Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday. Another busy day for us. So I'm not going to show you putting dinner in the slow cooker because it's super easy and really nothing to see, but I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, and then I'm actually making some muffins for breakfast. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing for breakfast instead. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I've done this live on my Instagram, and it's her, period, hearts, period, at, period, home. And I'm using someone else's recipe, so I will share the link both in the comments and the description here on Instagram and on YouTube as well, so you guys can go get the recipe if you want to make them. So they are going to be an almond poppy seed muffin. And since I'm doing this live, I'm just waiting a few minutes because oftentimes it takes a little bit of time for people to be able to get on here. And I wish I had a better layout in my kitchen for doing this. It would be much easier. So, okay, so I will share this as I always do, but I'm going to get going just so that way I can make sure the muffins are done. My son is at therapy right now. Friday is OT, so my husband takes him in the morning, and then when they get home we eat breakfast and we get going on schoolwork, and I'm going to be gone for a lot of the day, so going to get going. So I'll tell you what I'm doing for dinner, and then I'll start on the breakfast stuff. So for dinner, it's going to be a very easy dinner tonight. We are just having these Cloverdale uncured beef little smokies. I was really excited to find these at Costco when we went. My kids love mini weenies, but they're usually never good quality. They usually have nitrates in them, but these ones are beef and they are nitrate free. So I'm really, really excited about that. The ingredient list is pretty minimal. There's beef, there's water, turbinado sugar, sea salt, vinegar, celery powder, cherry powder, paprika, and extracts of paprika. And they are made in the US, so I'm excited. So I'm going to put these in my slow cooker. These ones are still frozen, but I have a package thawed out. And I'm going to add in some of our favorite barbecue sauce, and I'll just let them cook for a few hours on low. And then my husband will actually feed the kids before I get home because my daughter has play practice, but we'll pop some french fries in the air fryer and some fruit, and that will be dinner. So dinner is not always complicated or fancy around here. Okay, so that's what I'm doing for dinner. Now for breakfast, I am making a almond poppy seed muffin. So I'm going to get going on that. In my bowl, I already have some Kerrygold butter. I have 1 stick of that and an egg. And I just did those because the butter needed to be softened. And the egg, I didn't want to have to leave and wash my hands. I try to have everything here, but I don't always. so 1 egg, and then the next thing I'm going to add is some sugar. And this is organic cane sugar from Costco, but when this is out, I will probably look at replacing it through Azure, just because I think the prices are a little better, and it's supporting a smaller company. So I'm going to do my sugar. Okay. And these storage containers are really nice. I get them at Costco. I think Sam's Club also carries them as well, and I have them in a bunch of different sizes. They are great for bulk storage. We live in a townhouse, so bulk storage for me is probably going to look a little different than bulk storage for you, but I really like these. They are restaurant grade, so they hold up really well. I can put them in the dishwasher. It's an hour. So I will tell you that if it was an hour for me, I would still do it. Especially because it's only once a month. And I've actually gotten totally sucked into watching Azure hauls on YouTube. And I see people drive like 2-3 hours. So I would not say that Azure's out for you if it's an hour away. I would say that you have 2 options. One, you could become a drop coordinator. And then it could come to your house. But the drop has to have $550 worth of orders. But if that's the closest one for an hour, you might hit that no problem. I mean, my last order was $400 alone just for me personally. So that's an option. Is you could become a drop coordinator, or you could make the drive. You said that you said an hour, so I'm not sure if you mean like a couple hours or if it's just 1 hour away. If it's just 1 hour away, I would say try it, right? Like, is there anything else in that area you could do? See when it is, see if it works for you. Give it a try. If you only did it every other month, you could stack up and then do it every other month or something. So I wouldn't like say no for that. If it were me, I would probably drive the hour, but that's me. Okay, so just my 2 cents. So if you're just joining, I just kind of talked about what I'm throwing in the crock pot for dinner, which is not very exciting, and I'll share this so you can go back and watch it, but I'm making some muffins. So in my bowl I've got some Kerrygold butter and egg and some sugar, and next thing is milk. We go through so much milk in this house, and the price of milk is just getting crazy. Okay, so some milk in there, and then the next thing is some sour cream, or it said you could use plain Greek yogurt, but I don't have any, so I'm using sour cream. And I will share the link to this recipe. Since it's not mine, I'll share the link to the website so you guys can go directly to the person who made it. Okay, sour cream. Do you guys know what you're doing for dinner tonight? It's a good time to start thinking about it. This sour cream is really separated. I was bound my head originally wanted to get some sour cream, some organic sour cream in my Azure order, but they sold out before my shipment came, so that was a little bit of a bummer. Okay, so some sour cream. Okay, and I already have my egg in there, and then the last thing I'm going to put in here before I mix it is some almond extract. I love almond extract. I can't believe how much this calls for. It says a tablespoon, so actually it says 1 or 2 tablespoons. That's a lot, but I'll use the tablespoon. Okay. So that, and then I just have to mix it up. So it's going to get loud here for a second while I do that. There's really no other way to do it other than to do it. Going to mix this up really quick. Good morning. Okay, so I've got all that done. I just want to double check to make sure I got everything. Sugar, butter, milk, sour cream, egg, and almond extract. Okay, cool. So that's it for my mixer. Need to get some of this out of the way here. I have such a tiny kitchen. It's hard to do these lives because I don't have a great place with like a good camera shot. So making do with what I have. I'll be right back. I'm going to ditch these in the sink here. Okay, so then next I'm going to do the dry ingredients. So I have my bowl, and I just use this as a sifter. I don't have a separate sifter. And I need to do 1.5 cups of flour. I didn't get out my flour. I told you guys I always have to leave because I forget something. Let me go grab my flour. Okay, got my flour. So this is my Sunrise flour mill flour. I still have a little bit of my other organic flour from Costco, but I am going to be only buying from Sunrise for my bulk flour. There are a few that I will probably get from Azure, but Sunrise Flour Mill is a local flour mill to us, but they ship locally, or they ship, you can pick up if you're local. They ship, I think, to everywhere, all the states. So check them out. I shared about them, and I did a IGTV live thing, so you can go back and find that. But it's super great heritage flour, and a lot of people who have gluten sensitivities can actually eat this flour. So I would check it out. So that's the flour I'm going to use. Like I said, I have a little bit of other flour left that I will use up, but I probably won't buy it from Costco anymore unless I'm in a pinch. But the shipping's pretty reasonable. I'm actually local to them, and I still just have it shipped because you can only pick it up on like Tuesday mornings, and that doesn't work for us. So, okay, my flour, and And again, these are those same containers that I talked about for bulk food storage. This is a little bit of a bigger one. All right, so flour and then baking powder. And then I'm just gonna sift these together quick. So you don't have to have an actual flour sifter. This works just fine, so. Okay, that's all sifted together. Then I am going to, where's my spoon? There it is. So I'm just gonna mix this together and then I'm gonna add my flour in. These look like they're probably gonna be pretty moist. I know, I don't like that word either, but okay. Woo, I'm making a mess. I always make a mess when I go live. Actually, I make a mess anytime I cook. Okay, mix these together, and then the last thing I'll do is add in the poppy seeds, and then I'm going to talk about both my muffin tins and my liners. Okay, then poppy seeds. I love poppy seeds. I think they're so good. I get these organic ones at Walmart, and they're pretty reasonable. So, funny story. One time I meant to use ground pepper, and I almost put poppy seeds in something. That would have been interesting. Okay, so mix up those poppy seeds. So I'm going to make some scrambled eggs to go along with this. So almond poppy seed muffins, if you're just joining. I will share the video, I'll save it and share it, and I will post it to my YouTube as well. So if you're joining me on there, you can come find me on Instagram and you can watch them live. Otherwise, if you are on Instagram with me, I try to do lives a couple times a week at least with what I'm making. Okay, so I've got my batter is all done there. So I'm going to talk about my pans. These are Nordic ware, and I am a big fan of supporting American-made companies, things that are made in the USA, and actually these are made in Minnesota. We actually went to their factory outlet store. It's a little over an hour away from us, and we were able to get, actually my son gave me these ones for Christmas, but you can find Nordic ware pans at Target, you can find them at Costco, or if you're in Minnesota and you're not too far from the Twin Cities, make the drive, go to the factory store, because you can actually get like cheaper ones. They have them marked down because they have like a scratch on them, which is silly because that's going to happen anyway, so it's kind of cool. You can get discounted ones when there's really nothing wrong with them. But they're made here in Minnesota, and I love that. So I've got a lot of Nordic ware, bakeware. I mostly buy from them, like all my baking sheets and stuff. Most of it's made in the US. There are a handful of things that are not, so you just have to pay attention to where it's made. So then I have my little liners. These are from my Azure standard order, and I actually got several different sizes of them, and I like them because they are bleach free, which is really hard to find, and they were not made in China. All of the cupcake liners at the stores around here are made in China, but I got mini ones, and then I got the normal size ones, and then I got these jumbo ones. So they are made, I think it was Italy, I think. So not the US, but not China either. So I have a bunch of different sizes of those. So I got those in my Azure standard order. And then if you are a baker, you need to get yourself some various size scoopers. That's what I'm going to use to scoop into my pan for my muffins, but I'm not going to make you watch me do all that. So I'm going to put these in there, and I'm going to bake them 18 to 20 minutes, and then we'll have some scrambled eggs with it, and that will be breakfast. And then, like I shared earlier today, when I started the live, what we're doing for dinner, since usually I go live with dinner, but it's not very exciting, I just have some nitrate-free mini weenies, some barbecue sauce going in the crock pot, and then I have some frozen french fries that will cook in the air fryer along with some fruit. for a quick easy dinner tonight. I'm going to be gone most of the day, so my husband will have to feed the kids before I get home so he can do the fries, and my daughter has play practice tonight. So that's that. Thanks for joining me, you guys. I'm hoping very, very soon I can do another live on Azure Standard because I've gotten a ton of questions about it. So I want to hop on my computer and like show you guys the website and stuff like that. Sticking my elbow in it. But in the meantime, if you have questions about it, please go ahead and message me. If you use my link that I share, I actually do get a $25 credit on a future order. So it's kind of nice. You don't get paid for it, but $25 off of groceries is $25 off of groceries, right? So, yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.